Well, hey there, Elevate friends and family. Mark Pomeroy here, welcoming you to this week's Elevate Church online experience. Great to have you with us, and especially those of you joining us for the very first time. We love to worship together, and I'm thrilled to announce today's brand new worship partner is Anthony Evans, and he's going to be leading us in a couple of fantastic songs. So how about you join in from wherever you are?
Here we go, come on. There's a part of this song that's your part. So I want you to sing it with all that you have, inside you. Sing it out loud, all right? Here we go. Yeah. I got joy that's got me dancing in the morning. I got hope that takes the dark clouds away. Feeling free, 'cause I know that I'm accepted. I am loved and I'm redeemed. I got peace.
It goes beyond understanding.
I can't see.
Your mercy never runs dry. Feeling grateful.
Oh yeah, that your love will never fail me. I believe you will always be all I need, yeah. Your love will supply everything, yeah.
All I need,
All I need,
when I think
when is the hardest song my heart will sing. My words are broken, my dreams so limp. How do I say what I don't mean? You don't owe me anything, but in my darkness you still speak peace. So I'll lift my hands, I'll sing again. You're good to me.
You're good to me.
Oh Lord,
And
as I stand here, I will sing. You're good to me.
You're good to me.
Till my heart believes, I won't stop singing. You're good to me. So good to me. Oh Lord. Yeah.
I beg and pray
I pray
day after day.
every day that you wouldn't let this be. I was waiting on you, but were you even listening? You don't owe me anything, but in my darkness you still speak peace.
I'll lift my head.
I'll lift my hand. I'll sing again.
Good to me.
You're good to me.
You're good to me.
Oh Lord,
And as I
stand here, I will sing 'cause you are good to me.
You're good to me.
Until my heart believes, I won't stop singing. You're good to me.
You're good. So good.
So good. Oh. Even if the doctor tells me there's no medication to take away the pain, I beg you to.
I'll still praise.
I'll praise you, even if I have to wait for you to mend the heartbreak and believe that every tear that falls you'll use. Oh, even if you never choose to take away the struggle, your grace will be enough to pull me through. And even if the one who caused my hurt is never sorry, and I never hear the words I'm longing to,
So today we are continuing our series on lessons from the life of a man named Jonah. And this is the fourth week. So if you missed any of the first 3 weeks, you can either go back and watch them on this platform, or you can jump onto your favorite podcast platform, look for Elevate Church Perth, and you'll find those messages. Just some great, challenging, stirring lessons from Jonah, which we're going to continue today, week 4. And this series is actually being taught by our very good friends from Gateway Church in Melbourne, including this fine gentleman. His name is Singe Gill, and he's a bit of a superstar around the Gateway crew over there in Melbourne. And he's going to talk about probably the thing that a lot of people, a lot of church veterans associate with when they think of Jonah. So here's Singe.
Well, welcome back to our series on Jonah. We've already covered off chatting a little bit about whether Jonah is a historical story or just a moral tale. We've spent a couple of great weeks on running away. Last week, Rick left us with the most excellent thought of not asking who is my neighbor, but asking to whom will I be a neighbor. And this week, when it comes to the book of Jonah, I'm lucky enough to have the big one, the one with the fishy in it. But first, I've got a confession to make. I am Jonah. Or at least, there's times in my life where I've been able to see similar thought processes to his in my own mind. As soon as this topic came up, my wife reminded me that I used to joke, maybe half joke, about doing a Jonah when ministry wasn't going to plan, when life was getting hard around church. And you can ask Hannah if you want, she'll confirm. In my awareness of my own weaknesses, there's also been times where I've wondered whether we'd all be doing better if I was just hurled off this ship. Now, just to be clear, this is not a cry for help. I do those in private. But it is how my brain works sometimes. And I hope my transparency helps somebody watching this feel seen. Because in my experience, there's times where following Jesus can feel disappointing. He doesn't always show up how we want him to. Consider my confession. I've been following Jesus for a long time. I continue to work daily to put him first. I'm a pastor, for goodness sake. And yet God has not yet fixed those thought processes via lightning strike from heaven. Although I do continue to stand outside during thunderstorms just in case. Shouldn't I be past all this? Shouldn't the whole child of God thing have sunk in by now? Shouldn't I be confident of what God is calling me towards? Shouldn't I hear clearly from him in any and all situations? And yet the answer seems to be no. And compared to what I have at times felt I was promised by some man at some conference yelling at me when I was a teenager, if you know, you know, following Jesus has at times felt disappointing. Now, if you bristle at the idea of following Jesus being disappointing, let me know, let me tell you. I rewrote this sentence a few times to try and make it more theologically correct. I added different caveats, tried different wordings, but I think that this exact sentence is just how we feel sometimes, so I kept it. There's times where following Jesus feels disappointing. And I didn't want to gloss over this, because Jonah doesn't gloss over this. In a world of rapid-fire positivity, other people's highlights, and relentlessly hopeful sermons and podcasts all at our fingertips, it can be easy to feel alone in this. In Jonah 1:7, it says, "Now the Lord had arranged for a great fish to swallow Jonah, and Jonah was inside the fish for 3 days and 3 nights." I think Jonah was pretty alone in the belly of the fish. I don't think it was the sequel to The Little Mermaid in there. Here's the interesting thing about Jonah in the belly of the fish that God sent. He had been saved from the sea, but he wasn't yet quite free, was he? Saved, but still trapped. Alive, but with freedom delayed. Rescued, but still at rock bottom. Like Israel, freed from Egypt, but still wandering the desert. Or maybe like us, saved by Jesus, but still not quite living in the new creation. I think these are the sort of moments where following Jesus feels disappointing. The moments in life where it becomes clear we're in the now but not yet. Listen, even if I'm the one who ran from God, brought a storm upon my boat, if I then take responsibility, get the crew to throw me off the ship into a storm, and God sends me a fish to save my life, I'm not expecting to end up in the belly of the fish. This picture is what I'm expecting to happen. This stupid image represents what we expect God's amazing grace to look like sometimes, isn't it? The church, this church, and even I can inadvertently set up the expectation that this is how God always rescues us. I mean, who watching this has ever sat through a positive message about God's power and glory, and that you should expect God to show up in a riding atop a whale kind of way, and wondered where exactly that fitted in for you? Because on that particular day, you felt as though you'd just been hurled from a boat into the storm. And to add insult to injury, instead of being plucked from the sea by an angel or the Mario Kart referee, you got swallowed by a fish. Briefly, let me also speak in defense of messages of hope. As communicators, we can't explore every caveat of every message, just as God uses the whole Bible to reveal the depth and breadth of his character. One dude talking to you for 20 minutes can only really explore a couple of things at a time. So generally, we err on the side of calling God's people towards the more that he has for us. And we hope that those messages reach people in a positive way, even if they're not having the best week of their life. But as we explore this book, I think we're uniquely placed to acknowledge how tough it can be to be asked to pretend that God will make everything feel okay, when our reality is that he feels absent. I've been there, and I think I speak on behalf of the rest of the leadership team at different times that they've been there too. And so I want you to know today that we are with you, even if we sometimes form part of the relentless positivity. In fact, Jonah is a special book of the Bible because it's a whole book written for us on our worst days. The days where we feel cynical and life has beaten us down, or we've orchestrated our own failures, and where even the ways in which God is extending grace to us feel unhelpful. It's for the days we've done the right thing and paid for it. It's for the days we wonder if we're holding others back. Should I just hurl myself off the ship? It's for the days we feel cynical, maybe about how the world works, maybe about the housing market, maybe about how God is working in our lives. You know, I try to be an optimist, but I find I'm often let down when I'm optimistic. You could say I'm cynical about optimism. I know I'm really labouring on this, but on this particular day that you're watching this, if you are in the storm, if it took a real effort to switch on church, if you are in the belly of the fish in your life, I want you to know that you're not alone. You're not wrong for being frustrated about how life is turning out, and it's okay to be disappointed that following Jesus hasn't magically fixed all your problems. But there is always hope when we follow Jesus. And you might be the best situated you ever have been to connect with God in a new way right where you are today. Because we see that when Jonah is finally alone, in the belly of a fish, in the depths of the water, he's finally free to reconnect with God. Why? Because Jonah has met God in a place where reliance on God is the only way forwards. Is this a hard lesson? Yes. Is Jonah uniquely placed to see God's grace? Also, yes. Did God lead him down this path? No. It's my understanding there wasn't even an aquarium in Nineveh, let alone a SeaWorld. And the most common fish in the Tigris River in Nineveh is carp. So Jonah finds himself in the worst place, on his worst day, facing the decisions that he made, and he prays. Lord, you hurled me into the depths, into the very heart of the seas. The current swirled about me, and all your waves and breakers swept over me. I said, I have been banished from your sight, yet I will look again towards your holy temple. The engulfing waters threatened me, the deep surrounded me, seaweed was wrapped around my head. To the roots of the mountain I sank down. The earth beneath barred me in forever. But you, Lord my God, brought my life up from the pit. Those who cling to worthless idols turn away from God's love for them. But I, with shouts of grateful praise, will sacrifice to you. What I have vowed I will make good. I will say, salvation comes from the Lord. I want to pick out 3 key phrases from Jonah's prayer in the belly of the fish as takeaways for us this week. Firstly, he prays, I have been banished from your sight, yet I will look again toward your holy temple. No matter how far you feel from God today, whether you feel like he has abandoned you or like Jonah, you know you've walked away from him. Jonah felt banished from the Lord's sight, but because of his past experiences with God, he knew that the truth was that he could look again towards the holy temple. If you are at rock bottom and you feel as though God is not even seeing what is going on in your life, trust in his unchanging character and look again towards him. He is faithful to show you his amazing grace yet again. Number 2, Jonah prays, the earth beneath barred me in forever, but you, Lord. Jonah's circumstances felt permanent, that they would never change. In fact, his assumption upon being hurled into the sea during a storm, like any normal person, was that he was going to die. The God that we follow loves adding a but to irredeemable circumstances, and Jonah recognizes this. He feels as if the earth has barred him in forever, but he knows that the Lord loves adding a but to sentences like that. And so he finishes by praising God and makes this vow, I will say, salvation comes from the Lord. The first thing that's interesting about this part of the prayer is that he is still in the belly of the fish at this point. He's recognized God's grace. And even though life hasn't come perfectly good, he's still in there. He realizes, he remembers, and he says, I will say salvation comes from the Lord. Timothy Keller, a theologian, says that this expresses, with great economy of language, the main point of the Bible. And just pause on that for a second. Because I was thinking about this, and I think I agree with Timothy Keller that this is the main point of the Bible. Salvation comes from the Lord. But if you were asked what was the main point of the Bible, what would you answer and why? Before thinking about this, I probably would have answered, sort of the great commandments. Which command is the greatest? And Jesus says, love the Lord your God and love your neighbor as yourself. But I was reminded in reading this that, we are called to live with a sense of awe at the amazing grace that God offers. Salvation comes from the Lord, not from our own strength, not from what we do, not from the journey we go on as our overflow of what Jesus has done for us. The main message of the Bible may well just be that salvation comes from the Lord. And so that brings us to this question. What do you need saving from? And to where are you looking for solutions? And I don't mean this in a trite, just trust God kind of way. It'll sort itself out. Let Jesus take the wheel. But on a basic level, today, do you believe that God is on your side? That God is working for your good? Then Jonah was cast into the sea and swallowed by a fish. I can imagine that for at least some of those 3 days, in the lead up to this prayer, he might have asked some of those questions. And if I'm gut level honest, which I try to be, I ask these questions sometimes too, especially when I'm at my lowest. But when I think back to all that God has done in me and around me, I can't help but be reminded of how amazing his grace is. His grace that is only in my life because salvation comes from him alone. God is on my side. I've seen it before and I'll see it again. God is working for my good. He's working for our good. We need to look again towards God even when he feels distant. When life is going well, it's easy to feel that God's grace is not that stunning because maybe we don't feel that we're in need of it. I think this might be the greatest trap for many of us in wealthy Western churches. Hey, that's me. The trap of grace moving to head knowledge or as something needed only by others. But Jonah's fall from called prophet of God to guy in a fish should remind us all that whether life is good or terrible, salvation comes from the Lord. So where has your trust been this last week, really? And where will it be in the coming week, really? Is your salvation in your own strength, or is it in what God is doing in your life? Let us see where God is doing the work.
So if you haven't already, make sure you jump on to our YouTube channel, Elevate Church Perth or Elevate Church Online, and subscribe and like, because not only are we producing a brand new online experience every single week, we're also pushing out some YouTube shorts, just some quick hits during the week, a minute here, a minute there, just going to bring you some hope and some uplift through your week. So we don't want you to miss out on that. One more thing before we wrap up today. Thank you so much for those of you who are giving. We're just loving seeing the generosity grow, the faith grow, and it's allowing us to reach more people and build more people just like you all around the world. Okay, we're going to be continuing our series on Jonah next week with one of my favorite humans on the planet. You have to come back next week to find out who that is. So we'll see you then.